And I think the more interesting part is that I think both of these players play with a certain kind of like swagger.
Yeah.
And so it'd be interesting to see. This is gonna sound very rude, but it'll be interesting to see who tilts who.
Yeah.
that is the thing that I'm looking forward to in this match, is who actually tilts who.
Now, 2 things I want to mention about the history of this match. Actually, 3 things. For one, it's important to note that I have been trying to set up this match for longer than any other match in the history of this PARSEC stream.
Really?
These 2 guys, there's just always been scheduling conflicts. This is just the way it is sometimes. Obviously, this isn't super duper high on the priority list, and it's just a matter of like, there's just been so many scheduling conflicts. We almost had one earlier today as well. Thanks again to a special thanks to Icy Chains for filling in as like my potential alternate, which we didn't end up having to use. But and now the other things that I want to mention is, I know Airworthy has been practicing for this set, because I've just seen him asking for games and trying to do PARSEC stuff quite a lot recently. And I also want to mention, which is not something that I don't think Airworthy knows, when I talked to Jimbo about this, Jimbo was more confident about his success in this match than I have ever seen from Jimbo in history.
Really?
Just wanted to let you know. Like, I mentioned a long time ago, I don't know if his feelings have changed or whatever, but I just remember when I mentioned this set to Jimbo and told him who his opponent was going to be, he was like, okay, so do you think we're going to be the first match or the second match? Because if we're the first match, you can probably like fit in the next match within like a half hour or something like that.
Wow.
And I was like, really? So you feel like it would be that way? And then he said, if I go, I would have to double check it, but I'm pretty sure what he said was, if I go 2B, I feel confident that it's going to be like 10-3 or 10-2.
Really?
Yeah.
And he's got the Haomaru.
And he's playing Haomaru, which is very interesting to me. Going back to what you were talking about when it comes to the swagger, Haomaru in this game is pretty much swagger incarnate. Like, that's if that's what you want to do. Looks like that C is going to drop. But that's enough backstory. Let's get to the actual match, which I haven't paying too much attention to because I've been talking the whole time.
Right. But even then, this seems to be Airworthy's first round.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll see. It seems like Jimbo had pretty much, you know, like everything on deck. You know,
Yeah.
so we'll definitely see what'll happen in this next couple rounds.
Now,
No punish there.
do you happen to know what has changed for Haomaru in this most recent patch?
I think he just got a lot of quality of life changes. I don't know if he got damage adjustments, but the character got better. I mean, I think the character's pretty much a pretty good character, but he definitely got better.
Okay.
Right?
And I think a lot of this is going to be a matter of, like, how much does Airworthy know about this matchup? Definitely a newer character. We haven't seen him offline yet. And if you don't know what's going on with the character, it can be mad tough.
Right, exactly.
Like, if you thought Cervantes could run around...
Yeah,
no.
Haomaru definitely.
You are incorrect. Okay, does he get anything out of this? Not really.
Oh, Chops the combo was not close enough for the 4A conversion on that.
That's why I never did that when I played Homer. It's so
Yeah.
inconsistent. He has no meter, though. Oh, minus 10 into grab.
That made a lot of sense because most players expect the GI there.
Yeah.
And so recognizing that and actually getting the grab was actually very, very, very big brain.
Didn't even have to use his Rage Explosion there.
Yeah. Very, very, very good stuff there from Jimbo.
Yeah, come to think of it, I don't know. I don't know how Cervantes' traditional game plan works against Haomaru, because when it comes to, like, space control and stuff like that, I don't think that you can really do that. Even with a character like Cervantes, I'm not sure you can do that against Haomaru movement and backdash.
Yeah, I think the one thing that keeps Cervantes in a lot of matchups actually is his damage, right?
Yeah. And I don't necessarily believe that Cervantes wins in that regard in this matchup either.
Yeah, I guess heavy slash. Jeez, I mean, 65 damage and like a oh my goodness.
Is that out? It's out.
Whoa, that's actually
and that's crazy to me because I believe, and Jimbo or whomever can correct me if I'm wrong, but the amount of distance that it travels is actually less when it's the rage uppercuts, because it keeps you closer. So the fact that he was able to combo 2 of them... Oh, he's gonna RI that yet? I saw that coming a mile away. You don't get anything out of it, but it looks really cool. Oh boy, off the wall stuff. This is already an explosive match compared to the first one. Holy hell.
Actually, this is actually really dope to watch. Really in the first match, so the second match, but I think that got changed. I think you get able to GI that or step that or something.
The second shoulder?
Yeah, the second shoulder was something that got changed this patch. So. We'll see if that comes into play. Nice 2-2 AA.
Haven't seen a lot of 2-2 AA yet, which is interesting.
A good punish into 6-6K. Yeah, 2-2. Yeah, 2-2 AA is. I think 2-2 AA is a move that I think is a good move, but
Yep.
I think once people learn how to OS it, it'll lose its flavor. But.
Yeah. But that's especially hard. I mean, you know, this is quote-unquote online, but it is different than offline, so maybe not necessarily something we're going to see until offline is a thing again.
Right.
Oh, man, Jimbo's trying to meme so hard right now.
You know that move's a meme. That move is just good. In general, it's like plus a bajillion.
It's pretty slow, though. It's not like it tech jumps at, like, you know, frame 2 or whatever.
Bro, I've never stepped in that move in reaction.
That's still hit on the ground?
Gonna soul charge.
He doesn't want to lose a single round here. Forces Airworthy to spend bar.
It's splatted. Oh, and ducks. Yeah, that was the most unfortunate spot. He was barely off the ground. I didn't expect that spot there.
Right.
But, you know.
Oh, okay. Getting a little bit too antsy here. Haven't seen a lot of, we've seen a lot of bare knuckle. We haven't seen a lot of Warriors focus yet, even though I think that Warriors focus is the more legit of the two stances.
Yeah. Warriors focus is probably one of the better stances in the game. I think Raw Warriors focus is so good.
Yeah.
Interesting to see, you know, so Airworthy's playstyle is very, like, he plays like a troll.
Yeah.
He's not a troll, but he plays like a troll, you know? And it's a very good playstyle to kind of have as the Cervantes player, because sometimes you need that trolling aspect to create whips and stuff like that. But Jimbonator's playstyle is
Jimbo has, in my opinion, the most awkward timing of any competitive Soul Calibur player I've ever faced.
Really?
It is, it might just be a stylistic clash, but when I play against Jimbo, I never, and I mean never, know what he's thinking. Like, he will just throw jumps in places, and he'll just start, like, going all the way around. And it's to the point where it's like, I never try to read what he's doing. I just try to play my own character. Which, as you know from the fact that we play and talk a lot, is very rare for me.
Yes, that's super, super rare. I'm surprised you even considered
that I even admit it. That I don't even do that, yeah.
Hey, speaking of which, Airworthy having his bar gone.
His bar, that is so huge. That means more to me than even just the life disparity. Alright, back!
But
he's not aware of just how much forward movement goes on with Haomaru A+B. My arms are just going, I'm gesticulating wildly here. Yeah, I haven't even been updating the score.
Even then, that's still, it's 2-0. But even then, that's a good sign for Airworthy, because that was a round that you could have won. That means you are not as out of it as you probably think. Even though the score's 2-0, the first match was kind of like a wash a little bit. But the second match, like,
you can take this as learning time.
Right.
It's just the problem is, again, Jimbo has a 2B that's just as good, if not, frankly, even better than is Haomaru, because it's the one that has legitimate tournament success. So even if you figure out the timing for this character, you got a whole other weird character.
Right, but I'm not sure the 2B... I think 2B is better for Jimbo, but I think the match was probably better for Cervantes because he didn't really have a chase.
Right.
Right? Yeah, the damage disparity, it just becomes a thing again, you know?
And
ooh, that could have been big!
And we've seen that matchup with Novamage and Enders. Totally different players, but we've seen that matchup have success for Cervantes in the past. So much bare knuckle going on.
I like the patience that has been being done from Airworthy. Not really kind of trying to kind of move in, really just kind of walking in. What?
I don't actually know what the lethal hit condition is for that.
Don't use a weapon attack for, I think, a couple seconds.
See what I mean? This character is literally a trolly character. Like,
yeah.
That's so stupid, okay.
But he's so effective at the trolling. That's the thing. It's like trolling, but it's,
Look at all these little tiny pokes. Airworthy just has no idea when he can press because he's so worried about the additional movement that Haomaru can dish out.
Right. And I think Airworthy has to recognize that he cannot lose lightly. I think Jimbo's one of the best players in the game when it comes to maintaining a life lead.
Yeah.
Right. Especially with this character, the movement is just actually ridiculous. And Cervantes is a natural weakness. Nice GI reducing, not taking any guard damage because those things do guard damage. Jumped the mid?
Jumped over the mid at disadvantage. Not completing the string. I appreciate that.
Soul charge it. What's he gonna do with it?
Jimbo's just gonna be totally comfortable going for the other edge of the screen, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that has so much pushback on that 6K.
Yeah. We haven't really seen any kind of... Wow, he's even getting these AA punishes on the 3Bs. That's how you know this is PARSEC and not traditional online.
Yeah. Haomaru's 3B or AA is actually I-14 for those who do not know.
Yeah, he's his traditional tools are significantly slower than other characters. That's why you're seeing a lot of one thing that I really like that Jimbo has been getting is all these -12s. He's been getting 6k as his punish, which isn't the easiest thing in the world to pull off.
Yeah, it's got very good frame advantage. I think it's +6 on hit or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. On normal hit, yeah, I think so.
Oh,
1As are coming out, but it is important to note, I would argue that Haomaru's 1A is even better.
Yeah.
No punish on the 6-6A, that's important. Okay!
Ooh, nice dodge.
Yeah.
Whoa. The sword put away? Okay, this character's kind of cool.
Yeah.
This character's kind of cool.
He's going ham right now. Nice. Okay,
Good
so we get the punish. But it is important to note, we did see a 6B on block into Warrior's Focus, which can be beat, and Airworthy didn't, so it's important information for Jimbo if you picked up on it.
Right. Let Soul Charge get the splat. or not?
No, he has iframes. When he's on that wall.
Love serve.
Don't do that. I don't want you to do that.
Well, I like that Oki situation. They're trying to maximize on the sequences there, but they didn't really capitalize off that. It seemed to pay off. That seemed to not be too much of an issue, but here we go. Speaking of sequences, nice 2A plus B on the air throw into the back grab. What's next here? Side stepping on wake up. Blocks the 2A plus B instead.
Boom, I just have to mention, like, really quick. Have you noticed that ever since the set started, we've had to talk so much quicker than we did the first set?
Yes, there's so much going on!
There's so much stuff going on, and we don't, and we want to talk, but we also kind of want to watch.
Right, it's so crazy.
Okay, so Jimbo's going to spend the bar. Definitely respect that due to the fact that it's the very last round, and it means he's going to have that pocket rage explosion if need be.
Right.
Tracking that step.
I think you maybe rage explosion before you hit guts. Yeah, what can Airworthy do here?
I mean, Airworthy definitely plays lame, which is definitely a positive if what you have is Cervantes, but Haomaru is so much better at it, dude. Look how quick he is!
Yeah. He's just gone.
He's in there, he's out of there.
He's just chilling.
Muhammad Maru. Yeah, you gotta spend your bar, but...
Yeah, you pushed him back.
Okay, here we go. Perfect Oki position. He's got to come up with something. He goes for the 1K!
The 1K? Bro, you know?
So now's the time that I have to indicate that, and I think Jimbo would agree that out of these two players, I think the person who is more easily tilted, it's Jimbo.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. When things are going his way with stuff like that, he can fall apart pretty quickly.
Yeah, I just hear him just like, you know, the typical, the grunt, that kind of...
Oh my god! That's it, that's him. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, in my opinion, no character in this game is as obnoxious as Viola, which is how I've chiefly seen what can happen to Jimbo, but still.
Agreed.
Ooh, no punish! It's hard to punish it, but that's gonna be death. Except it's not, because he didn't do the real combo. Pretty sure you can get 2 through 6 here. Oh, god.
That was so...
This off-the-wall stuff, dude.
You know, can we just delete Cervantes from this iteration of the game?
I just don't like his off-the-wall stuff. The off-the-wall stuff isn't even all that good compared to, like, A6 and stuff like that, but it's just so cheesy and it bothers me.
Yeah. It's unbelievably solid.
Yeah.
Nice whip punish.
It's unreasonably solid. I just don't like the fact that he's invulnerable. Like, that just bugs me. Oh, he tried to do something so cool, but it's not working out. This is the first time in the set that we've seen Airworthy being able to lame out Jimbo here.
No punish.
Again, not real. He's also not punishing 6-6A. You can see that Jimbo's trying to change his style to kind of abuse what Airworthy doesn't necessarily know about the matchup.
Right, and I think this is the first time I feel like Airworthy's actually in control of the pace of the set.
Right, I agree.
Right? It feels like maybe last round Jimbo kind of told a little bit too much, but now Airworthy, it feels like he actually has momentum. It's actually like his to lose here.
Right, I agree. It's the first time we've actually seen grabs from Jimbo too.
Right.
Seeing more 1K, it's kind of funny to see somebody bring out whole sections of the move list as time goes on in the set. It's a 2A as a block punish. You don't really get much else with Haomaru. Nice hit.
Yeah, nice one B. Yeah, I mean, he probably could have BB'd there, but the 2A gives you the frame advantage that you really want, I assume. So you know.
Yeah, Jimbo seems to be having immediately significantly less success than he did before with his traditional style. So, I'm curious to see if he's going to switch characters, if he's going to change up the style. Tough to figure out.
I think you can see the mood change. Like instead of running away now, he's really just approaching.
Yeah.
You know, and we were talking about him getting tilted and who's gonna be the first one to tilt. You could definitely. That was actually super aggressive.
Well, it's also important to note that Jimbo's getting significantly less success from the small pokes. Airworthy is just blocking them as opposed to getting hit by them trying to move now. So I think that's also a pretty big deal as well, is just the lack of success in that regard. So 2 bars to 1. Jimbo still has Rage, so we'll see if that comes... Oh, I did not know he had the lethal hit, though.
This could be...
That's a pretty big deal. Harumu, when he whiffs, he whiffs.
Yes. Maybe no C. Maybe a C there? No punishment while rising A.
Yeah, decided to go for a mix into a 4-4K. It was a little bit of a heavy read there.
Right. And this is one of the issues that Harumaru has when he's like poking you up. Never mind.
Here we go. What's gonna happen? He's got so much damage. He's got an unbreakable grab, as we're seeing here. At this point, I feel like even if Isen hits, it's not really going to be that big of a deal.
Right.
But it is still in his pocket.
Yeah, it's still I-14 horizontal mid. That's halfway across the screen.
He can't react to it just yet. Second that you see him go into Raw Warriors, if he committed to it. Oh wow, Jimbo.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you don't have Harumaru experience, it's definitely one of the harder things to look at. But then again, you normally don't duck Warriors focus anyway. Right? Because the mid's there too. So it's just a hard situation to be in general.
The mid is there too, and the punish that you get is significantly less when you block the mid, and it's more damage. So it's like you almost always go for something like that.
Exactly.
Here we go. We hadn't seen much, as I was talking about before, we hadn't seen much Warriors focus up until like the very last round of the previous game. So now we're seeing it all the time.
We're seeing more scrapping too, you know? Like more GI, more scrapping.
Oh, one shoulder into grab.
Oh, it doesn't finish it again, doesn't believe.
Every time he gets the low, he never commits and it would have won the round. But he still gets it anyway, so hey.
I mean, yeah, I respect that. That feels like that's the one thing that Airworthy knows how to punish from Harumaru. So I can respect not really finishing the stream there. Nice step duck into the whip punish to escape with beat punish.
Suddenly, Jim was playing a significantly smaller kind of game plan with a lot of 6Bs hitting and sidestep BBs and stuff like that. So suddenly, we're not seeing. He has now gotten it to the. Oh wow, no punish on that one. There's no rage. You can basically 3B that.
Right. Oh no, ducking.
Nice block. Oh, amazing punish.
That was sick.
He gets the guard damage too. Speaking of mechanics I really don't like, moves that do significantly large guard damage on hit, I really don't like that, but...
I mean, yeah, that one doesn't bother me because it's very
meter.
rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's clapping on him.
But for instance, Hwang 4KB, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's fair. As a Hwang main, I enjoy it, but...
Yeah. But 4KB is awesome, I love it. Anyway.
Right.
Oh, catching the grab.
That goes in the Warriors focus is crazy. This character is actually insane.
Dude, Airworthy is just stunned. He just has no... He looks so lost to me right now.
He's got 2 bars of meter, doesn't really know what to do with it. At this point, you gotta have to use it to use it. You know
this is very similar to when we were seeing 8-way taunt in the previous set.
Ooh, I think, is that a punish?
No. Jump B? I don't think it's -12.
Jerby? Is it not?
Can somebody correct me? I was under the impression that was safe. Is it just because of the pushback that I thought it was safe?
Maybe. I mean, you play aim, you can just 6BB everything.
Yeah, so I don't know. The additional range doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, that was a very good delay on the clap. Very good BB to beat the clap.
Zendo is confirming that it's -12. Okay, hey. I learned something today.
Hey, that also confirms that I'm a robot, so I need to stop shutting up. I need to start shutting up about us frame data. Simple, okay. You know, it's interesting, you know, the way Jimbo plays his character. No punish there. Doesn't really...
He was worried about the third hit because the other time he was so successful in the previous one, I guess he just assumed that Airworthy would adapt to it.
Makes sense. It's interesting the way that Harumaru has to play sometimes. kinda the damage disparity just isn't there. Or wow, that was very good. But like versus like Cervantes, you know, doing all these little pokes are great. It's fantastic, right? But you're doing all these pokes and giving so much information to your opponent, especially if a character like Cervantes, to where like if they hit you once, you could just die.
Yeah. I would say that overall, when it comes to the damage disparity between the two characters, if Airworthy is successful, that's so much damage. If Airworthy is successful at turning it into a game of Haomaru's 3A and 6-6A versus Cervantes A6, Cervantes wins hands down.
100%, yeah.
Like, if you just do it into, like, mid-Horis that can potentially set up for other stuff, there's no way that Haomaru can contest.
Exactly.
Now, if you can turn it into a little bit, as a Haomaru player, if you can turn it into a situation where you can go a little bit farther away and turn it into, like, 4-4A, that's kind of a big read, but if you can turn it into a match like that, then you can compete. But other than that, it's a no-go. Nice wait.
Yeah, that was a very good delay there. Speaking of this, like this deficit is not. Never mind. Now it's kind of looking a little bit bad. Plus that. No, my goodness.
It's like the 5th time.
That is so cool, you know, just like, you know, sitting in this bare knuckle stance, you can't guard or anything. So the awareness of the situational awareness there is just
I'm going to punch you. I'm going to punch you. See, I told you.
He clapped that. He clapped the bullet and then beat the IGDR. That was actually sick.
Other than that one ring out, we haven't really seen a whole lot of ring out potential. It's a pretty big stage, so I guess it's not the most surprising thing in the world. Oh, tries to go for the back grab / 3B mix.
Yeah, missed the punish. Was able to duck on a 3B. He blocked him on a 3B. Hey, backing away. Hey, back away.
I feel like Jimbo's kind of in a bad way at this point. He doesn't really have a lot of resources, and he doesn't want to spend them now, or else he's going to be in a real bad news in the next round.
Right. At some point, though, you kind of have to make a decision whether you're going to try to win the round without spending it or try to win the round with spending it. And the life lead actually seems slightly in Jimbo's favor, I think.
Jimbo was actually... I can't... Honestly, I really can't tell. Just staring at the health bars, I can't tell.
It doesn't matter now.
Yeah. But he does have a bar, so I feel like, he spends Rage's Potion. I don't know if I even agree with that, to be honest. It's not that big of a deal, though.
Right. I mean...
Wow, he can make him do the entire dialogue, huh? Oh, he baited it and it didn't work. He was trying to do just raw Warriors focus and bait out the duck, but then, I don't know, something happened and he wasn't comfortable with the spacing, maybe? I don't know what happened.
That was very awkward. That was very awkward spacing. I didn't know he had that line, though. You know, he said, "Oh, I need one blade to beat you." Pretty sick.
Is that unique for Serbi?
I would assume so.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense against most other characters, huh?
Yeah. Maybe Yoshi, but even then, I don't know. There it is. That lethal hit again, bro.
I guess that's going to happen so often because both of these players can get into modes where they just play so lame.
Yeah. But, you know, speaking of damage disparity, it's even. It's pretty much even now.
Yeah. Oh, not so much anymore, though. Gonna have to worry about off-the-wall kind of stuff. Wow, that happened so quickly!
What a character. Not dead yet. And the commitment on
That's
the 3B.
so crazy, dude. He could have just done BB.
That was so... that's a statement right there.
Yeah. You know what we don't really see Jimbo use all that much? 2B. Which I feel like it's something that you see from, like, all HAL players.
Nice delay there.
These RIs are pretty much just only getting Jimbo in trouble at this point.
I mean, you're not dying for them.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
So you keep them in the mix for now, but now you're just giving your bare knuckle stance initiative. You're gonna wait, you know. So it really depends on how he's gonna use that.
Incorporating that B-side K, I guess that 1K wasn't really to his liking. Oh man, another raw 3B.
Do you recognize that Airworthy's ducking on wake up at the end of every round?
Yeah.
That was not a counter hit. That
is true. Because he's just used to people doing really, really small... Jimbo, come on.
I did clap.
Stop it. Ooh, staying on the ground. Shades of X versus Hild in SE4. That's a callback no one's gonna get.
Bro, this is so much damage.
How much is this? Is this
like?
Oh my god, is that like 150?
It has to be.
Ooh, the buffed up move. GI. RI.
Nice.
Oh boy. The clutch from Jimbo isn't really going to work out. Decides to spend a bar on this.
No rage explosion this time, though. Oops.
Raw 6B doesn't get punished anywhere.
Yep.
But iframes, yeah, the RI.
No.
What happens if the RI works there? What?
What is happening to his body?
Yo, that was like an infinite juggle.
That actually was.
Nice GI, okay. There's a lot of places during house stances where GI is going to beat all options.
Right. Okay, 2-2 AA block. Nice. Oh, nice full punish with the 2-2B actually.
Yeah, haven't seen a lot of 2-2B recently. I'm not surprised. I don't actually think that house 2-2B is all that good.
Yeah. AirWorthy really trying to get in his face and like grab him. He's looking for a whiff and then moving in.
I wonder if Jimbo wants to try and start doing stuff like 4-4A or something like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, just
nice punish.
Letting AirWorthy effectively kill himself here. This is so tight right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimbo's life lead was so large, but also it's Survey. But that is 5-2, so Jimbo already halfway done here.
Using Haramaru, I like the Haramaru pick.
I guess we're just going to stay on this stage for the entire time. It's about as neutral as it gets.
Yeah.
Whoa! Beardly with another 5 gifted subs.
Hey!
Settle down there, man.
Hey,
thanks very much, man.
whoa.
This is great. Well, now I kind of want to check how many subs I need for the next emote because I don't have enough room for my Ivy Jail emote yet.
Oh.
Ooh, 4-4K to beat out the 1A. Jeez.
Nice block on the K2.
2-2K. So now that 6B is potentially getting hit up, which isn't a safe stance transition, he's going into 2-2K stance transition, which is
right. And you know, on the stance transition on the Warriors Focus BA, because it's not being blocked, he's going to bare knuckle stance, and he's conditioned AirWorthy to now he's trying to step that. When he conditioned AirWorthy to wait for the clap, now his bare knuckle stance is just plus on whiff because you know.
Yeah, you can see him going for the A now because he feels like AirWorthy's trying to go for like smaller stuff. That is such a bad punish, though. That is so bad.
Can you ace? Maybe he's trying to A slide B, but I don't think you
maybe
he's trying to A slide B.
But again, it's still pretty heavily punished. It's just one of those when it's the uppercut in rage, it's one of those like Soul Calibur 6 type moves where it's like it recovers much quicker than you expect.
Yeah.
And it's just a block stun kind of thing, so you just have to hit the button really quickly.
Right.
Yeah, Jimbo has been mixing up his swagger to such an impressive degree. It's kind of insane. Yo, 2K parry. Nah.
Yep, there it is. Yep.
It's gonna happen at some point if that's the game that you want to play.
Right. And there's the reintroduction of the clap into the meta game. It was unsuccessful, but it's nice to let your opponent know that, hey, I'm still willing to do this.
Yeah.
So that way you can kind of play off of it now. But AirWorthy really kind of has a very good life lead here. Really kind of, you know, this is where AirWorthy feels the most comfortable, is running away from his opponent, not really doing much, waiting for his opponent to strike. But
I still feel
point,
like
you know,
if there's a person who I think can like potentially bring this back, it's Jimbo.
Right.
He's getting guard damage too.
Right. Even then, I think one of the things that AirWorthy is lacking is actually information. You know, back himself up to the wall, positioning. Nice soul charge. Like, you know, you run away. How do you get position? How do you get information by just running away? Like, that was such an expensive round because you ran away. Sure, you won the round, but you're at a bar disadvantage.
Yeah, and Jimbo's totally fine spending his own bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Guard damage too.
Yeah. You don't get another bar for losing, so this is just it's a scary situation. Like, what initiative do you get from running away when just winning the round in that situation, you know? Oh, no.
No, that's not gonna work.
Yeah,
it is. Man, this Cervantes ball has so many hurt boxes that I'm just... I'm getting blown away here.
I think that was buffed in the new update where, like, they buffed the CE range. I know the CE range was pretty trash, and then they buffed it, so I think that's kind of where that came from.
By the way, I just want to say, I hate to be a shill and everything, but I need 12 more subs in order to get that IVJO emote. I know that's a lot, but if you guys feel like you want to see that IVJO emote for the next Iron Man, which might be happening sooner than you expect, then that's what you would want to see. I also, yes, definitely want to appreciate the RI on the IGDR. That was great.
Yes, that was sick. But chat, y'all already know what to do, chat. Sub up.
Yo, jumps. I do want to mention, Hal's Jump A is really strong. It goes very long, has fantastic pushback. It's pretty tough to beat.
Isn't it? pretty decently, has pretty decent advantage on hit too.
Yeah, I think so. It's just pretty great overall. Wow, that looks so weird.
Yeah, a lot of house combos look so weird, but it's a lot of his combos are untechable knockdowns. So
yeah,
that's also a hidden strength that Howlmaru has.
Yeah, the Oki that he gets is significantly. It's definitely very underrated.
Right.
There's a lot of force blocks that he can position himself. Kind of second, really only to like Mina, maybe like Nightmare and Terror Drudge.
Nice wake up step duck. That was so risky, but it's still nice nonetheless.
Trying to throw in that A6. Ooh, we're going into different stances.
Oh no!
Oh my god! Kind of like what you were talking about, Boom. Right? Like that bare knuckle stance is just doing absolute wonders for him.
Here it is.
Oh man! I love the fact that the straight punch combos into straight punch.
That is so cool.
These oh my god.
Maybe we don't need a Tekken character in this game. Maybe Howlmaru is the Tekken character that we need. Oh, what?
I mean, technically we do. We have Yoshimitsu, right?
Oh, well, yeah, but we don't talk about Tekken Yoshimitsu.
Yeah,
Tekken Yoshimitsu is an abomination to society. Nice command grab. AirWorthy has a lead here. Is he going to run away with his lead, or is he going to try to finish the job this time?
Oh, is that? It is in time. No, he's got another bar. 2-2K, very scary. 6B, very scary.
Yeah, 6B guard breaks here, so it's super scary. Maybe not so much anymore, but nice will punish. And the 1-1K. And that's
absolutely running away with this.
Yeah.
This is now 7-2. Boy, howdy. His prediction is still correct, except he said it was with 2B.
Right, so I have a feeling we won't see the 2B this set. But.
At this point, no. I don't see why. I think the only reason why we would see it is if AirWorthy just immediately goes on a spree a la what Jimbo's doing, and in the middle of it, Jimbo's like, okay, well, let me try to get 2B in here, and it doesn't work out.
Right. Ooh, good tech shot there.
Oh, wow. These wake-up 2As are very desperate from AirWorthy. It's kind of bad news. Because, again, like we were saying... oh my god! Jimbo, please stop! Stop it!
Good punish. Finally punish.
A plus B!
We take all that we can get. Oh, he clapped it again.
Does he get meter for doing that? I don't remember.
I don't think he gets meter.
He has a bar. Serby doesn't. I sense to try some of this. No, that doesn't work. Oh yeah, the RI doesn't work there. It does not work on kicks, so it's important to note that AirWorthy. Yeah. His RI stuff doesn't work on kicks. So when he goes into bare knuckle kind of stuff, you always want to do some sort of a kick in one way or another that has a little bit of range to it. If you got a tech crouching kick, even better.
Yeah, then you're just golden.
Alright, Jimbo kind of turning into a Mexican jumping bean here. I don't know so much, but hey, I'm not a Hell player, really.
Yeah, this character is still a mystery to me at some points.
Yeah, he's going to be a mystery until, because I feel like he definitely is handed a lot of additional stuff due to online. Not saying that that's what's happening here, because this is PARSEC, it's different.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of rough stuff going on.
Yeah. Oh no, these gunshots have been...
They've actually been doing damage, yeah.
Right. This has been the most interesting set when it comes to the kind of... It's been so like, okay, we're going to play at like range 7, and then all of a sudden now we're going to play at range like 0.
Yeah, it's either 7 or -7. It's never 5. Which I can understand. I can understand both players being really worried about that mid-range spacing game.
Yeah.
2B, huh?
It's a good move now.
Yeah, it is. Grab, obviously, is also a really good way of getting rid of that.
Oh, yeah, 100%. There's a lot of damage.
Yeah, Jimbo being too greedy there. He wanted to not spend the bar. He wanted to get out of it with like a 4-4K or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, opting to switch the stage. You know, interesting that he wants to switch the stage here. But, you know, it is what it is. Maybe he just wants to see what happens. We're going to get the other version of the stage. We're going to get the rap stage, actually. I don't know why they put in, like, the nighttime rap stage and the daytime rap stage.
But this feels like... honestly, I would say a really big boon for Jimbo. Number one, you don't have to deal with that off-the-wall stuff anymore. And number two, I mean, there's a pretty good chance that AirWorthy doesn't really know about How's ring-out game. So, I mean, hey. Ooh, 6 speed challenge. Ooh, okay.
1A.
1A into wall rising B.
You know, sometimes
Do what you gotta do. Nice. And you're not really eating that much damage.
Right.
Of course, again, the question is if Jimbo's gonna go with his 1As. Instead of going for like stuff that would be arguably seeable, it looks like Jimbo's just going with stuff where it's like if you don't know, then you don't know.
Right. I mean, it's gotten this far with this much success, so... Oh, Airworthy, showing a little bit of frustration with the 2A match after the round. So either he's recognized something, or something's definitely changed in his psyche. So...
I mean, it's important to note that when you're playing against a Haomaru, I definitely feel like you're going to have to deal with a lot of 2A. Because if you understand how powerful Hao's backdash is, then you're going to be sprinting at him for the majority of the match, right? Which means you're going to run into 2As.
Right. It seems like, you know, Airworthy's plan, being a little bit more aggressive, the stage change doesn't help Jimbo at all so far.
Yeah.
But Airworthy's actually being a little bit more aggressive in his approach. Like, he's not running away, giving away, like, times to get information. I know he's though. Try to step there.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Soul Charge only string. Definitely catching that hop, which I actually can't believe was intentional. He meant to do some sort of a step. I always hate it when that happens.
Yep.
But Jimbo without the bar. Airworthy has his. Has quite a lot. Now that I think about it. 2A into wall rising A. How's wall rising A? One of the best moves in the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, really good move. It's like a mini A6. You know?
Yeah. Just has to do it from crouch. Ooh, raw Warriors focus. So much of it.
Ooh, but that was a very good backstep. That was very expensive though. I'm not sure how I feel about that CE. I mean, you should have immediately, so sure. But like your Oki's gone, maybe an IGDR into it. But now you're in the situation. Okay, this time he definitely decides to go in instead of backing off. I like that. And the tip range 1B takes it.
I think that's like the third time that Airworthy has ended around that way. Basically, anytime he gets that grab, he ends it with that low.
To be fair, how do you punish that far as Haomaru?
No, yeah. As far as Cervantes is concerned in that situation, it's a completely safe poke to potentially win the game.
Right.
And it looks like it's pretty tough to block on a technical knockdown.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice challenge. I wonder who's going to get guard damage here. If Airworthy is going to have to worry about his guard crush. It looks like the way that he's going to get rid of his guard crush is just by mashing his face off.
Soul charging here, very interesting, kind of investing in this round.
Want to talk about investment, now we got some rage explosion stuff going on here. Hey. Okay, what do you do with this? Uppercut, that's not really... Okay! You can't roll it, dude, you can't roll it! Non-techable knockdown.
So much damage!
Yeah. I like doing that move just in neutral, too, when I used to play half.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, punish, that's fine. Another very solid punish. Cervantes with 2 bars. I feel like you should use at least one of them pretty soon, but instead we're gonna just like calm everything down.
Yeah, he's kind of using his bar only for CEO punishes and weird social situations. Not really using it to get out of situations. Not really the pressure or anything.
Right. Which I guess I can respect, considering just the overall theme of the match that's been going on so far.
Now he has a life lead, so you know, one CEO punish could be the game. Oh,
he's getting those pokes. He's getting those grabs. Both players are dead to a CE at this point.
Yeah, he's backstabbing looking for the Steve punish.
Nice.
Oh, and speaking of Steve punish, he gave it to Jimbo.
Yeah. 8-3. Jimbo coming dangerously close to making this one of the more one-sided sets that we've had so far.
Right.
But yeah, maybe in Jimbo telling me that he was gonna try 2B, what he was actually doing was a mix to make Airworthy practice for 2B and not How.
Huh.
But I actually know for a fact that Airworthy was trying to do a handful of things and getting certain just guard opportunities on house setups and strings just last night. So I guess it kind of worked / didn't work. I don't know.
I mean, he's not like some of the games have not been close, but you know, for the most part, he's had a chance in these games. Like, It's not like Jimbo's like running away with all of these matches.
Yeah, I feel like that was the case in the very beginning. And then it immediately kind of calmed down to something else.
Right.
I think just overall, I think one of the real killers is just the times where Airworthy isn't getting those tiny punishes. With the way that Jimbo is playing specifically, with things like 6-6A and the Warriors focus stuff. Oh, that ate an RI, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
But just not getting these -12 punishes for a character like Servi, what with the fact that the AA is going to put How in like a compromising position, I think would definitely be the way to go to beat what Jimbo's doing right now.
Right. We'll see if Airworthy can do that. He kind of went from being more aggressive. Okay, that was a very good idea. Yeah. Punish. Those are the ones you gotta make count. Please punish.
There we go. Solid stuff.
Oh no,
he had it, but I still appreciate what he's doing here. You see how he's kind of like just. He's allowing Jimbo to kind of go crazy to a certain extent, because the only times that he's really getting, that Airworthy's getting hit when Jimbo's going crazy is with stuff like 2-way into wall rising, which is some damage, but not really a lot.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess in Cervantes, you're kind of able to kind of poke around with those small damage. And that, oh my goodness, nice play. Nice catch on the
weird combo.
Yeah, on the right. But, you know, Cervantes deserves weird combos and not actual stuff, because the character is broken.
Yeah, I really appreciate how Jimbo is using the uppercut A, the -10 horizontal to try and catch, because I wouldn't really say like Cervantes is known for his tech crouches.
Definitely not known for his tech crouches. I agree with you.
I like dropping the punish so that he can potentially go for something bigger. He's trying to catch that soul charge activation. It's a little bit ambitious.
Soul charging here, very awkward soul charge, but I guess you kind of have the soul charge here, because what else are you gonna use your beater for?
Yeah, you also might as well, because nope, that's gonna be already safe. Yep.
I hate Cervantes' 3K. It's so good.
Yeah, it really is.
It's so good.
I feel like, I mean, Enders know Cervantes a lot better than I do, but when I was playing Cervantes, yeah, I would use 3K to end a round, but I would also just use it, just like in a game.
So good.
Yeah,
like
3K and K2. Like, I don't need anything else.
I don't even know. You could probably move after 3K, right? It's like -4 on block or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
This is ridiculous.
You can mash after it.
Yikes. Okay,
ooh, going for that B6.
Push.
Haven't really seen that all that much. Oh boy, here we go.
Man,
I really like that space control.
Slowly making his way back into his round, and you know, Jimbo coming back. Potentially going to be on his 9th win, but we'll see if Airworthy will use his meter this time. You know, that's
2 bars and 2 bars. Jimbo with Rage Explosion as well, and a potential Guard Crush too. Again, just overall, Airworthy's just feels so frozen. Like he's having such a hard time with the fact that anytime he whiffs, Jimbo is ready for something that's pretty disastrous, and it's so easy for How to get whiff punishes that he's trying to play a more controlled game, and then Jimbo is aware of that, and is just throwing so many of these pokes just down his throat. It's tough.
Really not. Yeah, it's not really dealing well with being able to. Really struggling to be on the offensive now.
Yeah.
Good punish. Not using his meter. Still has
That's the thing, is that he can't even be defensive either.
Right.
Wow, really? Remember how I said I didn't believe him when 8-way did it? I believe that Jimbo did that.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
If you don't believe me, that's fine. I respect it. I'm a big Jimbonator up player. I will always be a big Jimbo up player because he played Ezio in SC5, a character I felt like I had to completely give up on because he was so trash, and he was. But the fact that Jimbo is able to pull this kind of stuff up, it's just impressive to me.
He said his prediction was like, whoa. His prediction was 10-2, 10-3?
10-3, yeah, 10-2, 10-3, yep.
Interesting. Well, this is predictions on the line.
So far. I'd have to go and check that again. I don't know if Jim was going to be mad that I said that. But he said it to me.
At this point, it is what it is.
At this point, it would be impossible for me to check up on that because that was like 8 years ago at this point.
Right. But Airworthy trying to make the prediction not the case here. Jump A, okay, I don't even know. That was. I mean,
again, Jump A is very, very good from Hal, so I think he was just used to it.
My goodness, that move is so good.
And it's nerfed. I think Enders had the best explanation about Hal's 4-4K, is that on paper, it is so amazing at some things and so bad in other ways. Like, it jumps everything in the world, it has a tech crouch at the very beginning, you get massive damage off of it, it's crazy on block and stuff like that. But also, if you sidestep it, he's out there for 10 billion years and you can literally get whatever you want as a whiff punish.
I mean, a move as good as that deserves that. Nice 6-6 being a C, trying to take the life lead here. Really understanding that the meter doesn't really matter, because if you're not using your meter, why worry about the meter disadvantage, you know?
Plus, again, with the fact that both players are totally comfortable playing a very long lane game, what you want is that life lead. Kind of like what you were talking about before. Fantastic punish there. Oh my god, just Jimbo's just taking the uncomfortability that Airworthy has, not about strings, but just about spacing and timing that you deal with power.
Yeah. These sequences that Jimbo's coming up with are just absolutely amazing. Like, they're so awkward, but it's just so situationally aware.
Yeah.
You know?
And I also feel like the only way that I have found to deal with Hao's overall spacing and awkward timing with a character like mine, which is very different than Cervantes, is by the fact that really the only way that Hao has these two A+ speeds, you can definitely tell, like, he's really trying to hammer it home, just like, Jimbo, please, you gotta stop. But, you know what, let me leave that thought for later, because it looks like we're on potential round point for Jimbo. We'll see if Airworthy's able to use the meter to his advantage, try and get out of this rough spot.
Yes, okay.
That is not in time. No punish, though.
At least use his meter, gets the ball rising.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Alright, there we go. Okay.
I was gonna say, like, what combo are you trying to do?
Yeah, I guess B2 wouldn't have been enough damage, though. Alright, 2 bars to 1. Nice step. Holy hell. Trying to get that combo, but I guess because of the way that Cervantes, like, leans back in his stance, it's not really gonna work.
Right.
Oh, he tried to go bare knuckle, cancel bare knuckle grab.
Yeah.
What a mean person.
I mean, it makes sense. You're using the bare knuckle initiative that was Scott in the beginning, but that was a little
He's
too
still
much
mean.
time.
I contest that he's still a mean person.
I mean, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh!
No, it's too late.
Okay, too early.
But he's gonna have Rage Explosion pretty soon.
Yep, pretty very scary.
Cervantes can potentially get another bar, but maybe not as well. There we go. Now he's got the Rage Explosion. Here we are. Is he gonna try to end it with Eason? That's 1,000,000,000% what he's trying to do. He's trying to end the entire set with Eason.
Yeah, he definitely is.
His soul charge has already gone so far. And there it is. That's not gonna do it. That's not gonna do it. Significantly less damage as time goes on.
Okay, soul charge. You have to use your meter now. Here we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the run up.
Jimbo's not going to be happy with that, but he ends the set anyway. That's what he was trying to do that first time, remember? When he tried to, like, bait it out, but he ended up getting hit by the wall rising A anyway. Whoo-wee! That was a lightning set. I feel like I never stopped talking.